just received a fresh batch of Horween Venetian Shoe Cream just yesterday. Been sold out for a couple weeks here. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you what the Venetian Shoe Cream looks like on some natural shell cordovan. I've been wearing these boots for the last several weeks in the rain, and I haven't brushed them or polished them at all. And this is what they look like. You can see they've sort of got this cloudy, kind of hazy look. And what I'm hoping that the Venetian Shoe Cream will do for us is to give us a little bit of life back into the luster of the leather, maybe a little bit of a glow. I've noticed that the Venetian Cream tends to make the leather look a little bit more orange and lively from time to time. So I'll show you how I do a quick polishing method on the shell cordovan, and then we'll do a little bit of a comparison before and after. So this is a bottle of the Venetian Shoe Cream. The first thing I recommend everybody do when you get one of these is to give it a vigorous shake. Every time you use the Venetian Cream, you want to make sure that you give it a bit of a shake because the materials inside will separate. Step one, and perhaps the most important thing to do, is to give the leather a nice brushing. And the goal of brushing the leather is to remove some of the dirt that has accumulated onto the surface. And sometimes we reactivate the waxes and oils that are tanned into the leather, and it should give us a little bit more shine. And here's how we're looking just after brushing. The right boot is the one that was brushed. And I can see that the right boot is a slight bit cleaner, but it's still not very lively or bright. Next thing I'm going to do is take out the laces. And I'm doing this so I can get the Venetian Cream evenly into every spot of the boot. The Venetian Cream I'm using here has our shop label on it, but it's the same exact product as those brand new bottles. And what I'm going to do is lightly apply some Venetian Cream to the leather. You can always add more, so the quickest tip I can give is don't put too much on to begin. And the reason I say that is if you use too much polish on your leather, it will oversaturate the fibers, and then the waxes in this polish start to sit up on the surface, and it gives you a cloudy, waxy look. It will start to look more like polish than it does like leather. I'm noticing right off the bat that the Venetian Cream, when applied to the natural shell, immediately darkens the leather, but you will see this will lighten up just as it sits here and evaporates. Okay, so there's the very quick application of the Venetian Shoe Cream onto the natural shell. Again, it's become a little bit darker. The next thing to do is to let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes. The next step I like to do is to give it a little buffing with a dry cloth. Before we get to the buffing, let me show you the before and after again. I can see that the Venetian Cream has started to pick up some of the dirt and dust that was sitting on top of the surface of the leather. It's getting a little bit cleaner looking already, but also much darker, a little bit more vibrant. All right, let me give you a look of how this is appearing after we do just a little bit of buffing with that dry cloth. It's starting to look really great, although I am still seeing some of these bits of highlighted looks from the darkening effect that I saw on the Venetian Cream. I am expecting this to sort of mellow out, get a little bit lighter. Let me give you a comparison before and after, and you can really see the difference. You ought to be able to see the difference in luster. It's very bright and shiny now. And in addition to the luster becoming much more bright and shiny, we're also removing some of the dirt on there, which further improves the appearance. So the next step I like to do is to give the leather a brushing with a horsehair brush. And there you have it. It's starting to look really nice. And this was just a very quick polish with the Horween Venetian Shoe Cream. I think this is sort of the magic of both the Venetian Cream as well as the Shell Cordovan. The Cordovan is a really great leather to polish up because it wants to retain this appearance forever. And the only thing that might affect it is dirt and water that will slightly darken it. But again, as it dries, I'm starting to see already that the color has lightened up a significant amount. It's really interesting to see how the color is much lighter on the boot that we haven't polished. And I think a lot of what you're seeing there might actually be some of the dirt that's sitting up on top. My natural shell Cordovan's looking pretty good. Again, I'm excited to put these back on my feet. The last thing to do just be to pop my laces back in and I'm good to go. Now, if you're interested in picking up some of the Horween Venetian Shoe Cream, you can find this specially packaged bottle on our website, ashlandleather.com. And if you have any questions about the Venetian Cream, please don't hesitate to let me know. It also works really nicely on Chrome Excel, and I was planning to polish up my Chrome Excel Roy boots from Alden next. So until next time, I hope you have a good one and take care.